All right, it's time to record audio. Are you gonna use that onboard microphone? Not unless you're within 3 feet of talent, you're not. There are really only 3 other choices you're gonna have in this class, and that's gonna be a boom microphone, a lavalier microphone, or in a pinch, your cell phone. You're gonna choose them based on either your accessibility first, your proximity to talent second, and the quality of the microphone third. Now, accessibility, that's an obvious one. If you don't have these two, what you can do is use a cell phone just simply as an audio recorder. It better not be your main video camera unless you're within 3 feet. So then you have proximity of microphone. If you want a wide shot of your talent, two people talking or whatever, and you can't get a boom mic in there, then, well, you're gonna have to use a lavalier microphone. And then finally, quality of microphone. A boom microphone sounds a lot better than a lavalier microphone. Even though they sound good, this will still sound better. A cheap boom mic will sound better than a good lavalier microphone. Even if you're not piping professional audio to your camera, you're still gonna want the camera to record some form of audio. This is gonna be used as a reference to sync it up with any other equipment that you have recording video or audio on set. When it comes to your professional mics, you have a boom microphone. These are highly directional microphones. What that means is that I need to point it at my mouth to get good audio. That also means that it's capturing the audio behind me. There's a microwave directly behind me. There's another appliance, an oven behind me. And those are thoughts to make when you point the microphone. What's your background audio? A lot of people forget about that. I want my background audio to be this quiet cabinet, not this loud fridge. That's super important, and you want it to be just out of frame. So I would have the boom operator, it's probably out of frame here, and I would have the boom operator drop it down until it's in frame, and camera operator would say it's in, and then the camera operator would be like, okay, pull it back, 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 stop, out of frame. And then that would be the boom operator's reference. But let's say we're in a wide shot. Well, now we're gonna mic someone up. Or if you don't have a boom operator, these are great. Now, when you approach someone to mic them up, you're gonna wanna ask them, have you ever been mic'd before? This lets them know that this is a small process. It's not just, here, let me just stick it on my shirt and go, which a lot of people will do if you just hand them a microphone, wire hanging out and all. Also, don't forget about your breath. Don't eat garlic. If you're gonna have an audio kit, maybe you throw a pack of gum in there. That's not a bad idea. Be courteous to your talent. You're gonna be in their personal space. If it's a woman, you can kindly ask if they're okay with it. Maybe they clip it onto their bra, go to the bathroom, you know, take the microphone with them, come back, and they just give you the plug in and you hook it up to the wireless pack, or you hook it directly to the camera, depending on how you're running your system. Other than that, you can do like what I'm doing here, which is a simple clip-on. You know, works for anyone with a button-on shirt, button-up shirt that they're wearing. Practice with someone you're comfortable with. You know, if you have a spouse, if you have a family member, get used to miking people. Get used to how the miking works, because it's going to take a little while to get comfortable being in some stranger's business. So the way this is mic'd up, this is real simple. I've got this set up here where I have a wire going to a wireless pack, and the wire goes up, it's taped to my shirt, and it has what's called a stress loop, which I'll show you a close-up in a bit. And then it's clipped to my shirt. And you know, this is a very standard interview look. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this look. It looks good, it looks clean. So when you're miking someone, you want to put what's called a stress loop. And all that's doing is, if for some reason there's a tug on the wire, that is gonna stop the transmission of vibration right here at the clip. And so all I did is I took the wire and I'm twisting it in my hand to purposely make it want to loop, and then getting it in, pinched into there, and then bringing it back down and pinching it. And then what you're gonna do as you mic it to someone's shirt, like my shirt is, you're going to take it and you're going to hide the wire behind their shirt. What you got is this wire that's hidden behind, and when you flip it around, you got that, plain and simple. Now you can put tape here, right here, and do things like that. Pay attention to make sure you're not creating wrinkles. I started doing that on my shirt today, and because I'm doing it to myself, it's a little bit harder. It's really easy to create wrinkles by using tape. And so here's mine. I actually did finally get some tape on it. But here's mine. Again, simple loop, boom. Right here, tape going down to the wireless pack. But let's say you want to hide the microphone. If you have enough gaffer tape to choose from, you'll choose lighter tape for lighter shirt, white tape for lighter shirt, and darker tape for darker shirt. As we're going to take this tape, sticky side out, create like a paper football like you used to in elementary school by making a little football triangle. There are little microphone holes that we do not want to cover up. We're making a sandwich, so sticky tape all around. Sticky, 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 sticky. It creates this little cushion that allows it to float between two pieces of clothing or skin and clothing. Now, if you're miking children, or if you know that they're sensitive to, they have skin allergies, you might just want to use medical tape. You can tell them to drop the heavy end down, the jack, let gravity work for you. All right, so that's that, and I'm just gonna take it, and I'm gonna sandwich it. I'm gonna watch out for shadows and stuff, but usually it's pretty well hidden. Unless you point it out to someone, it's not gonna be noticeable. You run this into either your camera or the wireless pack. All right, so when you're setting up your boom pole, you're gonna take your shock mount, and it threads right on top right here. They're universal, so they should all match up unless you got a really cheap, weirdly made one. Most of them articulate here, so they bend, that allow you to get better in position to, better angle the microphone so it better captures your talent. And every boom pole should extend. It should have more than one extender. And what you have in this shock mount is rubber bands that suspend the microphone and kind of really cut back on noise. Now you still have to be careful. Noise will still come through. If I rub my hands, it'll travel through the boom pole and create sound. A workaround for that is to wear gloves, soft gloves. So now when you hook your XLR up, it only goes in one way. It's designed that way. So you just spin it around so it slides in. It clicks. There's a little release here. And then you're gonna wanna keep your cables neat as you go. Wrap it around once you got it extended to the length you need. Wrap it around, do that. And you can even take your XLR, and if you have Velcro, you can Velcro it to your pants or whatever. Then you take the XLR plug and you either run it to your camera or your separate audio system, and then you're good to go. Pro tip, a lot of microphones require batteries. Check. A lot of sound systems will send power to microphones. Check. Make sure it records, make sure it works before you leave the rental house or the lab. Same with lights, same with cameras. Make sure bulbs aren't burnt out, make sure plugs work. Because when you leave, it essentially becomes your responsibility. So if you leave with a broken piece of equipment that isn't noted as broken, well, how do we know you didn't break it? So check, check, check and check. Check.